Boys, so we have a wiring issue on the dump truck. Pretty much what has happened is where I got this dump truck, they did a shitty job wiring, as you see. That's just how every wire on this thing is connected. And then not only that, they didn't wrap it in the snake skin, so it's rubbed through and it's touching metal, and we're having bad grounds all over the whole entire, all of the lights. It's tripping it out, and it's making my brake lights not work. So we're finna strip this out, make an entire new harness. This is what we're gonna use. We got this roll of some black and white 14 gauge wire. Got snake skin for it. I think we accidentally put the smaller one back, so we might have to run up to town and get some smaller ones because there's bigger areas. We got new connectors for these lights back here because we're gonna redo all these too, and they're done very shitty. So we're finna just, all this will be new. And so we got a few new of those connectors because some of them are bad. Got these to connect the wires as well as these. Then I got me some new crimpers, and I already had these strippers. These automatic ones are good. But all right, catch back with y'all in a minute. I ran up to Napa real quick and grabbed 2 more things of the snake skin. 2 different sizes, one a little smaller, one a little bigger, but they're both smaller than that other roll. So to make sure we have plenty of that before we get started, now we're gonna head back to the shop and we'll get to it. We're gonna start by taking all the lights out. We're not gonna be using none of this, so we take all the lights out. We go ahead and take these rubbers out. Just to give us more room to work around in there. We've already done that to all the rest, and so now we push all these wires back through, pull them all back through, take all this wiring out, because they did a horrible job. Look at this, where I bought it from, it's like jank. So yeah, we're finna make the whole new thing. So we're finna take all this old wire out, get ready to put the new one in. Give a huge shout out to my boy Juan here at JC's Diesel. It's one of my buddies, he started this shop. He's been keeping me on the road. If it wasn't for him, man, I don't know what I'd do. But yeah, they're redoing the front axle on that truck over there, working on my lights. Yeah, they do it all here, delete trucks, everything. So if y'all need something, you're on the Texas area, holler at my boy. It's super smooth so far, so I'm pulling the wires out. And because of how they're connected, I'm just stripping these off. I'm just literally holding one end, pulling the other end. All these connectors, just pulling them out of the wire splices. So that's all I'm doing, just pulling them out. And now I have these stripped, those connectors. So now I'll just pull it out of the hole they fished in. And then we got all that out. And all this will be new. Because we're not gonna use these lights, we're just gonna make these as dummy lights, because the less lights I feel the better. Because I could track down a problem if I start having issues again. Like I said, I was gonna just make these into dummy lights. I pulled that whole wiring deal, so these lights will just be there for looks. And we have all the wires pulled out from up there. Now we're just pulling them through all the holes over here, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And all that, just that many more bad connections to go wrong. I feel like if I put that back in there, I really don't care about all the lights. So we'll get all these pulled out, and then we'll get to the next step. Have all the wires stripped back to the main wire that runs to the power back here. Everything's stripped, and we do have to keep these lights. Just come to find out that you have to have one front and back legally. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and just rewire all the lights that I have, and whatever lights ain't working, get new ones. So they'll just be fixed right and look good too. So screw it. Here we go. Got all the wires pulled out. We're running our power through now, but the step we're gonna do first is we're basically making these 2 lights up top right here. We're connecting the harness, which is something they did a little different. Right here, bringing them all together. Instead of having 3 separate wires for each one, and we'll just run 3 wires from the top. And this will go to the 2 lights, of course, right? You have your light there, and then just your power going down. So we're setting this one up the same way. We'll splice these back, connect them together, right? And you have your exit to keep the power and the ground out of it like that. I went and bought some more new connectors for the lights to make sure that we had good connection. And since we're doing it this far, we might as well do it all the way. And I got some new lights for right there. So let's get all these made, and then we'll get to the next step. How we're doing this again is because these lights run the All right, so we're getting rolling back together, getting this thing wired back up. So we ran our 2 power, 1 negative, all the way from the top to the bottom. Wired our harness in, and then you have your 2 powers for the running lights, brake lights, and your ground. These are for them 2 lights. Now we're gonna go in here and put in the pigtail here for these 2 right here. And so this one is reversed, so we're gonna get that done. I actually had to reverse a little bit, and I forgot about the reverse lights, so I redid these and tapped them all into the same power and negative. And then, so this one is, you both have your, this one only powers up off of the reverse, so it just needs that every now and then. So you have your power, your run light, and your ground, and then your blinkers and brake lights. So those go boom, boom, boom. We have those already done. So then after that, we gotta connect into it back here and connect everything in the middle. So we're gonna do the same thing over there. As you see, we don't have the pigtails on yet. Got the top done over there. But yeah, we're figuring it out. Shout out to Juan for teaching me. I've done it all myself pretty much. Over here, and before we put it in there, we went ahead and fixed it. So really, this is what that harness should have looked like. Your 2 brake lights and your 1 reverse light for each side, if they're like this, with your 2 brakes, 1 reverse. So we got our new stuff all wired coming down to here. Remember, there's 1 wire, we spliced it, we cut them again, and then put them together to where we can run all those off the same power, same cord. So the other side's already done, so I'm gonna hop over here. Boom, this is what I mean. We came in and spliced them, right? Then now we're running the 3 wires to come power all of those, right? And then that power is coming in. We'll have 1 more splice for this in there. But other than that, they'll just run all your wires, and then your main powers right here. And so we'll get into that. So now we're basically doing the same thing over there. So we got all the wires ran. We're gonna start testing power, figuring out what is what on the main deal. Got all the lights plugged up to test them, their functions before we really lock them in, but we'll get to them when we start testing them. We're testing to see the main harness we're gonna plug into, but I did something right. We got all the lights on, boys. This one right there is the reverse light, but there's both of these. Yes, these. This is reverse. Come on. Yep. Getting somewhere. Then we'll put that snake wrap on all of this. Oh yeah, boys, we got some blinker action. So we know that part's fired up from top to bottom correctly. Look at that new harness. All brand new connectors. All of them. All new wire. Everything. It's a problem that we won't have no more. It's all new. Really, we're just testing everything, double checking everything, finishing these wiring these last little extra lights up. Got blinkers, brakes, everything works accordingly. So now it's just time to get this snakeskin stuff, wrap around all the wires, protect them. That's it. We'll be good to go. We got to run tomorrow, so that's good. Get her done right in time. That we're all tested. We're putting our rubbers back in, sticking our lights back in, cleaning everything up, getting it back ready to go. Boys, we are all fixed. Got every light working. Oh yeah, brakes. Turn the flashers off. Yes, sir. They all, yep. Well, hell yeah, that's how you do it, boys.